Alter Ego, a team that shocked the world with their unpredictable playstyle and insane coordination, a style that makes them look unstoppable. And standing in their way, Aurora Philippines, a team that has ruled the MPL Philippines regular season, repeatedly proving why they belong amongst the best teams in the world. Now the stage is set for M7. Both teams are giving it everything they've got, but when the dust settles, only one team will walk away with the trophy. So let's start with the draft. From game 1 all the way to 4, Aurora kept Alter Ego's draft locked down by constantly banning 3 of their key heroes, Hilda, Penny, and Freya. I'm saying this now so I don't have to repeat it later. You already know that Freya is very Alter Ego. It's basically RV's signature hero in M7. And if Freya is open, Alter Ego will almost always run 4, sometimes even 5 formation breaking heroes. And drafts like that can counter Aurora Philippines' very disciplined playstyle. You see, Aurora Philippines is one of those teams that plays calm from early to late game, but instantly turns aggressive when there's an objective like Lord or Turtle. And you can also see that most of Aurora's heroes are discipline type heroes. Because just imagine it, how are you supposed to stay disciplined when you're getting hit by a horse from the left, Freya jumping you from the back, and Grok headbutting you from the right? It's hard to stay disciplined when your focus is getting pulled everywhere. Hilda is similar to Freya, but her function is different. If Freya disrupts team fights, Hilda disrupts farming and objective fights, specifically for the enemy jungler. If Hilda is open, Aurora can't comfortably run farming junglers, and Aurora's jungler pool is mostly farming heroes and objective control. In M7, they mostly use Yi Sanshin, Basha, and Fredrin. So if there's a Hilda on the map, the jungler's life becomes really hard. You can even see it in the upper bracket. Aurora's jungler was heavily pressured by Alex Hilda from the early game. So the reason why Aurora always ban Hilda is to make sure that doesn't happen again to Demon Kite. And Fanny is Fanny, broken hero. Doesn't matter if the team is winning or losing, a good Fanny will always be insanely annoying, especially when it's Yasuke playing it, who people even call the strongest Fanny in MPL ID Season 16. So every team that faces Alter Ego usually ends up respect banning Fanny. And Aurora already tasted Yasuke's Fanny in the upper bracket, and yeah, it was really painful to deal with. He's super aggressive from the early game, gets snowball fast, and even though Alter Ego ended up losing because of a blunder, because yeah, Fanny, a high risk hero, but Yasuke's Fanny was still making the game hard to play for Aurora. And here, Alter Ego also shows respect bans, Basha, Khalid, and Grok. If you combine one of these guys with a tank jungler, they're insanely good at locking down the Lord area. And Alter Ego's jungler type isn't really the best at holding objectives by themselves. Plus, Alter Ego is on second pick here, so they can't steal the heroes first before Aurora. So from Aurora's bans, they basically force Alter Ego into a trade-off. Either force the Leomord pick and keep running their crash and run playstyle without Freya, because usually if there's no Freya, they swap to Esme or CC, or switch into their pick of kidnapping style by usually using Kalia or Guinevere. So to prevent Alter Ego from running their signature crash composition, Aurora first picks Zuzin. And yeah, you already know, Leomord and Esme, even though they're a bit hard to catch, they are still walking heroes at the end of the day. And Zuzin is insanely good at countering every single walking heroes. But yeah, Alter Ego immediately answers with Kalia plus Cloud. Usually when Alter Ego locks Cloud, there's a very high chance their jungler will pick a combo type hero with Burst to be the executor. Like when they fought Onyx, you can see it here, Cloud plus Penny. Cloud dives the backline with his ult, then Fanny comes in to get the kill. Or here, Yi Sanshin opens the map with his ult to find the key target, Cloud goes in, then Yi Sanshin throws his bow to secure the kill. Or even here, Fredrin taunts someone, Cloud dives in while everyone are distracted, then Fredrin just uses his burst ult on top of it. So Aurora answers that by picking heroes that are hard to burst, Fredrin and Harith. Fredrin is picked not only because he's hard to burst, but also to shut down Alter Ego from using farming junglers, so heroes like Yi Sanshin and Lancelot basically got eliminated here. Especially that guy, because Fredrin is insanely good at countering Yi Sanshin, and Yi Sanshin is still an S tier jungler right now. That guy is just too strong for outfarming and controlling the objective area for the whole team thanks to his ult. So as long as Fredrin is picked early, Yi Sanshin usually won't appear. That's also why Fredrin's win rate in M7 is crazy high, even higher than that anomaly, because most of the time Fredrin is picked specifically to counter Yi Sanshin. Harith is basically Domain Kite's comfort pick. Aurora is one of the teams that use Harith the most because Harith is a flexible gold laner. He can flank, he can dive the backline, or he can just play standard gold lane positioning like other marksmen. That's why they pick Harith, to make their teamfight stable, and also to let them switch strategies mid-game if needed. So in game 1, Aurora starts with what you call as safe picks. These are comfort heroes, their standard strategy they use against every team, unlike Alter Ego who immediately pulls out their trump cards, Kalia and Cloud. Those two are basically one of Alec and Arvy's signature picks in M7. So this draft already shows Alter Ego wants to shut down Aurora's gold lane and mid impact, and that's probably what Alter Ego is trying to do here, because even though Aurora is a team that can play almost any draft style, their core composition identity is still disciplined heroes because most of their damage dealers rely heavily on disciplined positioning. You can see it from the hero pool they always use. You can see damage dealers that really need clean positioning and the rest are tanks. So yeah, that's most likely what Alter Ego is trying to punish in this match with the early Kalia and Cloud pick. Then they add Phoveus in the second phase to strengthen their objective fights and also to soft counter Harith. Because of that, they ban Cho and Chip so they don't get surprised by Aurora before they can surprise people first. Like imagine Chip suddenly flanking from behind using his passive, calling all 5 of his teammates while your team is currently busy focusing on kidnapping the enemies at the front. While Aurora ban Luyi and Yves to guarantee full control over the Lord Pit. Then Alter Ego picks Pharsa to strengthen their mid lane. Right now, Pharsa and Zusin are equal in power because of Zusin's damage adjustment recently, where her damage is changed to HP based burst and cannot spam her lift anymore. So Aurora answers with Lapu and Hylos. These guys have huge potential to make Alter Ego's damage dealers useless, because Lapu can jump straight onto Pharsa while she's ulting, and Hylos can push Aurora's team away from Cloud's blazing duet by using his carpet when Alter Ego tries to go all in. Hylos is also picked so that the heroes that are slow in movement speed can run or back someone up faster because of the carpet. So here, Aurora is very clearly planning to dominate objective fights with Fredrin, Hylos plus Zusin. This mid trio is insanely strong. It's gonna be really hard for Alter Ego to get in or get out the Lord Pit and teamfight areas. And lastly, Alter Ego makes a slightly questionable pick with Nolan, because Nolan is a burst hero, one combo and someone disappears. The problem here is Aurora's draft is full of anti-burst heroes. Hylos, Lapu and Fredrin are all super tanky. Harith is slippery and hard to lock down. The only realistic Nolan target here is Zusin, but only if Zusin has no ult and no purify. So yeah, this Aurora draft basically counters almost every Alter Ego hero here. From the start to finish, Aurora just using response pick to counter Alter Ego's draft. And that's also one of the big reasons Aurora was able to break Alter Ego's win streak in this match. This is an early game Alter Ego cannot afford to lose. So Alter Ego starts from the blue buff. Usually, if the Pokemon spawn is on top like this, most junglers will also start top to contest it. But not here. Alter Ego starts blue first, and they doesn't force using the retribution for the Pokemon here. Because if you look at the heroes, Alter Ego loses the mid trio early. Pharsa needs ult, Nolan still doesn't have real damage yet, and Kalia early game is basically just heal. Meanwhile, Aurora's mid trio is strong right from the start, especially with Zusin. So, if a Pokemon fight happens and Yasuke's retribution got used, Alter Ego will be the one losing the trade because Aurora gets a super free invade angle since Yasuke took blue buff earlier. So Alter Ego doesn't force. If they got it, good. If they don't got it, it's okay too, because using retribution early like that usually benefits the enemy jungler later. Because the enemy jungler can use their retri for the other buff, the XP crab or any other jungle. This makes the jungler farms way faster. And if your jungler farm faster than your enemy, your team can gank faster too. Like here, Yasuke already hit level 4, ready to gank. Meanwhile, Demon Kite is still busy hitting the golem at level 3. But since this is still the early game and any objective hasn't spawned yet, as usual, Aurora has no reason to play aggressive or even poke. You can see both sides just chilling, one hugging turret, one hiding in a bush. And as usual too, Alter Ego starts with their classic unexpected timing aggression. Alter Ego's plan here is to make Demon Kite unable to farm at all and let Yasuke win the gold lead over Demon Kite. So they force the fight, they all lock him in, and Yue and Light tries to back him up. This pathing from Aurora denies Alter Ego's movement and forces them to take longer routes. But Demon Kite dies and Aurora is down in gold and timing. This gives Alter Ego a lot of opportunity like taking the turtle or stealing jungles. So Nino and Alec tries to distract Aurora as long as possible because these two take forever to kill. This gives Yasuke time to invade and steal Aurora's blue to make Demon Kite fall even further behind. But Aurora already saw this coming. So they don't plan to take the turtle immediately. Instead, they go straight to secure the buff first. And now Aurora is the one winning in level and retribution power. So they set up first. And because the most annoying hero at this stage is Zusin, here Nino is trying to make Yue busy so Yasuke can get free space to contest the turtle because Yue is not zoning and lifting him up. But Aurora is giving Alter Ego nothing. So Edward flickers towards Yasuke while Light zones Alec. So Aurora gets an easy turtle and the gold becomes even again. Alter Ego doesn't want to fall behind in gold anymore, so they start ganking. They sandwich Edward from left and right. But Aurora's game sense is also spot on. They were already grouping to anticipate Alter Ego's gank. You can even see it 5 seconds earlier. Alter Ego was completely missing on the map, and Aurora is starting to group up. So it turns into hero trading. Alter Ego gets bottom, Aurora gets top. And this trade is actually bad for Alter Ego because their gold laners dies here. So RV will be late on getting items and he won't be able to join teamfights as fast as Domenkite later. The second turtle has spawned and Aurora opens with a 1-1-2 turtle setup. Aurora has their tanks to control Farsa, keeping her far away from the turtle, while also holding Yasuke and blocking vision on the turtle HP, and they can decide to fight from there after taking the turtle. If Alter Ego steps forward, Aurora can turn it into a 5v4 fight because Harith can already join fights now, while Cloud still doesn't have his core item yet. But if Alter Ego doesn't want to fight, Aurora can pressure the top lane because Alter Ego left top lane completely open since they all used their ultimate in the previous turtle fight. And here Alter Ego chooses to back off, so Aurora immediately pressures top lane. Aurora's mid trio targets RV together, while US stays behind to control the flank angles so Domenkite can get this turret for free. Now Alter Ego's early lead is completely gone and they miss their snowball window because Fredrin and Hylos are already too tanky and Harith is already hard to catch. So Alter Ego has no choice but to play safe for now. And Alter Ego sees Domenkite overextending alone, so Alter Ego goes for the gank. But because Alter Ego commits everyone to the bottom side, Aurora doesn't waste the chance. They take the free turtle. And because Aurora's draft is stronger than Alter Ego in this phase, they force Alter Ego to fight. So the tanks are invading to fake pressure and bait Alter Ego. And once Alter Ego got baited, they split Alter Ego's formation in two. They hit the tanks to create space for Light and Yue to kidnap the main damage dealer. Now some of you might be wondering, why is Yasuke just standing there watching? Because he has to wait for Domenkite's ult to disappear first. If he comes in immediately, his skills are very easy to dodge. Honestly, it's already a tricky situation for Yasuke here, because if he hits the front line, his damage won't feel impactful. If he immediately targets Harith, it'll most likely get dodged. If he tries to hit Zusin, it's too far and Light is protecting her anyway, so he picks the safest option. He waits until Domenkite's ult runs out and he kidnaps him. And yeah, Alter Ego loses a lot here, but this move at least prevents things from getting worse compared to Nolan blindly diving in, getting nothing, or even dying for free. And the Lord spawns. Aurora starts with a 4-1 setup. One holds Lord, 4 pressure the area, and Alter Ego tries to kidnap someone, but gets nothing. So Aurora secures the easy Lord.
But Edward doing the same thing now with the help of Glorious Pathways. Tsunami Slam is able to lock Edward down, but now look at the damage on Ijume's Edward! In the back with light!
And both teams starts playing slow because there's no real reason to force aggression now. Aurora's heroes aren't pick-off oriented, and Alter Ego? Who are they supposed to pick off when the map is completely dark with no vision? So both teams play safe until the second Lord spawns. Aurora goes back to their early setup, this time using a 2-2-1 formation. 2 heroes pressure the enemy, 2 heroes secure the Lord control, and 1 fast rotating hero hidden in between covering the flanks and providing instant backup while also looking for any vision. This is extremely dangerous for Alter Ego because Aurora are pressuring with strong engagers and someone who can provide backup anywhere instantly. So what does Alter Ego do when Aurora starts pressuring them? Hijume opens with his ultimate to zone Yue away, creating space so Alter Ego can enter the Lord pit safely. But Aurora already read this move from Alter Ego, so they used the high-loss positioning that was planned earlier to kill Hijume's ultimate.
Counter the initiate! Yep, now it's gonna be the disengage from Nino. He goes for the Dark Wave, landing it onto, but now Edward forced to fight. That's good. Tsunami Slam to cancel out the last portion of the Raging Slash! Big bomb from Demon Kite!
Aurora wins the teamfight and secures a free Lord, and they switches to a 2-3 formation with the Lord push. This formation is meant to make the enemy overthink. As you can see here, the Lord is about to enter the base. The 2 player exists to stop people from recalling, so the enemies can't go back to defend fast. The 3 players pressure mid and cut off escape path for anyone who slips past the 2-man pressure. You can see Edward is baiting, so Alter Ego didn't notice that their base is getting pushed. Then Demon Kite makes sure they can't escape. Meanwhile, Light and Yue make it extremely hard for anyone who gets through to actually go back to base, while Domenkite is the one directly pressuring the base. Honestly, Aurora wins this mainly because of their movement and speed of execution. They rotate faster, they move faster, and react faster than Alter Ego. So even though Alter Ego has Kalia, someone who can instantly turn fights and kidnap key heroes, Kalia can't play at a full value here, because first, Alter Ego is in losing situation, so their map is completely dark with almost zero vision control. If they force a concealed play, it basically becomes a gamble, and against Aurora's draft, that's even worse because they have tank jungler, hard to kill XP laner, purify users, and Aurora always moves together, so Kalia has almost no clean pick off window, so instead of Alter Ego picking people off, they are the one getting picked off, and that's why Aurora takes this match. Game 1 was the wake-up call Alter Ego needed. They don't wanna deal with an objective sticky draft again, so they respect ban Fredrin this time. Basha and Khalid stay banned too. Now this basically removes Aurora's usual objective control jungle pool. Yeah, I mean Yi Sanshin is still open, but against a team like Alter Ego that loves to attack from every angle, pure positioning junglers can get punished really hard. And since Alter Ego had the first pick, they instantly lock Zusin. This is exactly why Zusin is always such a priority pick everywhere, because she shuts down so many playstyles. Because she's not just cute. The second Zusin is picked, a lot of heroes instantly lose value. Not just walking or slow heroes, but also backline heroes that have to stay still to deal damage. Those like Pharsa, Yve, Ixia, if they get lifted while they use their ult gets cancelled instantly. So Aurora immediately answers. They slowly adapt Alter Ego's approach. They pick Grok, Alex comfort hero, to prevent Alter Ego from running hyperactive chaos heroes. And it also acts as an insurance pick against Cloud. If Cloud ults and Grok headbutted him, then Cloud's ult got cancelled. Then comes Leomord, Yasuke's hero. This is a direct answer to the Zusin pick. Even though Leomord is a walking hero, he is still a backline diver and a formation destroyer if he gets to his horse first before Zusin's lift got activated. And Zusin is a backline positioning dependent hero. So these two can actually counter each other. If Leomord can get on his horse, then he has a chance to counter Zusin. But if he doesn't get his horse, then Zusin can counter and outplay him out. And on top of that, this pick also discouraged Alter Ego from picking Yi Sanshin. But Alter Ego answers back. Even though they didn't get Leomord, at least Nino secures Yuzong. They also secured Chow. Chow is flexible, can be saved for roam, gold or XP. But since Yuzong is already there, Chow is most likely going gold or roam, while also acting as anti-Leomord utility later. Because Chow is insanely useful against Leomord. He can kick Leomord off the horse's path, kidnap him before he even gets the horse, or kick him away from the backline so he can't destroy any formation. Basically, Chow gives a lot of control tools against Leomord. In short, Yuzong is the insurance pick in case Aurora actually copies Alter Ego's strategy, because if Aurora copies Alter Ego, they'll most likely run Pharsa or Yve, and Yuzong is perfect for disrupting those guys. And yeah, right after that, Pharsa gets picked by Aurora, which basically confirms Aurora is running Alter Ego's strategy. I mean, if Yue picked his comfort pick like Lunox or Kimi, he will lose the matchup against Zusin, especially in early to mid game. I mean, it's still possible to use them, but way harder because aside from Zusin at mid, there's also Yuzong in Alter Ego, so they go for Pharsa. That way, even if Yue keeps getting targeted non-stop, at least he can still reposition and get out safely. Since Alter Ego's jungler is still hidden, Aurora bans Guinevere. This ban basically removes every single Yasuke's hero. And banning Gwyn also protects Pharsa, so she doesn't randomly get jumped on mid-ult. Plus, it protects Leomord too, because pre-horse Leomord is super squishy. If Guinevere jumps on him before he mounts, he just dies, and Esmeralda gets banned too, so Alter Ego can't add another annoying diver hero on top of Yuzong. At this point, most gold laners that can destroy backlines are gone. Harith was already banned by Alter Ego, so now Aurora's mid trio is extremely safe. Realistically, Pharsa's only threats are Yuzong and Zusin, but only if she gets close enough. The only possible backline diver left would be Cloud or something like Sora, but Cloud gets taken by Aurora first. And yeah, since most of the viable junglers were already gone, Yasuke goes for the most viable jungler left, Suyo. Because Suyo is one of those fighters that's really hard to catch, and someone who can go toe to toe with Leomord in the Lord Pit. I know a lot of people will ask, why not Hayabusa, why not Lancelot? First, Lancelot would struggle hard in this kind of draft. These heroes can easily dodge his skills, and they're naturally tanky and hard to burst. Hayabusa is also really weak into this kind of crash in run you over composition, and his objective control is nowhere as strong as the current meta junglers. Second, Alter Ego is clearly running an objective control draft here. They're stacking heroes that are insanely strong around the Lord and Turtle Pit, Suyo, Yuzong, and Zusin. Zusin has crazy zoning, Yuzong has his dragon for area control, and Suyo has insanely strong retribution power, arguably stronger than Lancelot in objective fights. Maybe this is Alter Ego testing something here, because every time they lost in the knockout stage before, it was usually against teams running heavy objective control draft, like this one and this one. If you look at it, the drafts are not pick off. not pure engage, not splitting enemy either. It's straight up objective control. So maybe that's the goal of Alter Ego's draft in game 2. But the problem is, Alter Ego's mid trio here is Suyo, Zusin, and Cho. If this game goes into the late phase, what do they actually do? Honestly, don't even think about the late game. If they don't snowball, they're gonna struggle. Even the casters were thinking the same thing as me when editing this.
The damage profile doesn't really... It's a lot more manageable for the side of Aurora.
This is kind of a tricky situation for Alter Ego. If they pick a marksman, they get run over by Leomord plus Farsa. If they pick another fighter, their damage might not be enough in the late game. I thought Alter Ego might pick Lunox gold lane here, because if they had Lunox, they'd at least have a reliable early to late game damage to melt Aurora's frontline and XP laner. And Lunox is not terrible in lane against Cloud either. She's also one of those mages that can still deal a lot of damage even with just 2 items in losing situation because her damage scales off enemies' HP. But the real question is, can Alter Ego even reach the late game? Because they're playing against Leomord, Grok, and Farsa. That's insane early to mid game pressure. So yeah, Alter Ego is kinda stuck either way. And in the end, they choose to run a long range marksman to secure the late game, which means Sora gets left open. And at this point, Aurora is basically 100% running Alter Ego's draft now. And Aurora's playstyle is similar to Alter Ego too. They always attack at the most unexpected timing. Like when the turtle is up, instead of securing the turtle first, they prioritize hitting heroes. Even Cloud joins the fights early even though he doesn't have his core items yet. I mean, normally, it's secure turtle first, then team fights, right? But here, nope, Aurora is literally using Alter Ego's crash in run you over strategy. But the difference here is there's Yuzong. Yuzong constantly stops Farsa from playing at full power because Farsa's ult gets cancelled the moment Yuzong's dragon even touches her. So in every teamfight, Yuzong's job is basically to make sure Farsa never gets full value. So every time Farsa ults, Yuzong ults too, and Farsa is forced to cancel or get eaten over and over. So US Farsa never really reaches full potential here. But because Aurora's frontline is insanely strong, even if Farsa can't fully utilize her ult, she can still poke safely from the backline. Especially since Alter Ego's draft mostly hits whatever is in front of him. Only Yuzong can reliably dive the backline. I mean, Cho can do it too, but only if he finds the angle. But Aurora also understands this. The problem for Farsa is only Yuzong, so Aurora's key here is as long as Yuzong gets too focused to Farsa, they can protect Farsa easily. Look again at the second turtle. Yuzong targets Farsa, but right after he lands, he gets pushed away from Farsa by Demon Kite. Honestly, I didn't expect Demon Kite to do that, because usually during the turtle fight when the enemy is using Suyo, everyone would push Suyo away so he can't do the second skill plus retry combo. But instead, this time, the diver jungler switches roles into a cover jungler. So even though Farsa wasn't operating at the full potential, Aurora could still successfully run Alter Ego's playstyle. This is a terrifying match for Alter Ego. They're getting fed their own strategy against them, and Alter Ego will have a really hard time contesting the Lord if one of their objective control heroes dies. So Aurora opens by moving out players toward mid, because they've analyzed Alter Ego and realized something. When Alter Ego runs an objective control draft and they are losing, Alter Ego usually spread their core heroes out and leave the mid laner a bit exposed. And honestly, it makes sense, because why would you babysit a hero that can already deal damage and useful from early on when your key hero is currently losing? Plus, mid laners are usually heroes that can reposition easily if ganked. So Aurora's response? Kidnap the mid laner as fast as possible, and Aurora's read was spot on. Alec is up top covering Arfi, and they only have Nino covering the top side, so they leave the bottom side completely open. So Aurora opens with a T formation. They want to lock down Hijume while making the rest of Alter Ego think twice before stepping into the area, because if they join the fight through this area, they can get picked off easily, so they need to choose a longer route if they wanna save Hijume. And now one of Alter Ego's objective control heroes is dead. That makes the Lord contest super hard for Alter Ego, which basically turns into a free Lord for Aurora. So Aurora secures Lord. And even though the Lord hasn't spawned yet, they still can't slow down, because Aurora has the position and range advantage. So Yue opens his ult onto Yasuke to zone him out so he can't farm, but Yasuke...
Back at the draft. Oh, Yasuke.
No blade surge.
Jason and kills him!
So Alter Ego tries their defensive movement, grouping S4 to make defending easier. But Alter Ego has zero vision on where Light's position is. He could be here, 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 or maybe somewhere else entirely. But they don't expect Light to be sitting in the bush near the buff. Why? Because Domain Kite is visible at top. So logically, Light should be protecting Domain Kite to prevent him from getting kidnapped. But instead, Light is on the left side, and he catches for people off guard.
The tech charge out Edward with a pullback on RP, and he gets
the killing spree,
This is
but
huge
Edward
for
gets shut
Aurora.
down.
Not only do they got the heroes that can disrupt Aurora's push, they also secure 2 turrets, leaving Alter Ego with only the inner turret and making Alter Ego cannot contest the Lord because their lanes are in a really bad shape. And Aurora uses their 005 formations after they got the Lord. They leave the top and mid alone while the rest of Aurora fully pressures the bottom lane. So what's the goal of this formation? They want to guarantee at least getting an inner turret here. They leave the top because top lane is 100% going to be destroyed by the Lord, and the mid will be pressured by the super minions. And once the Lord breaks the top turret, Alter Ego is forced to split anyway because they have to defend top, mid, and bottom at the same time, which makes it easier for Aurora to secure a turret. And Aurora keeps pressuring Alter Ego from outside, trying to end the game before a blunder happens, since Alter Ego has to clear the wave while also defending Aurora's non-stop pressure at the same time. But Alter Ego can still defend it, and Aurora are forced to fall back. So the second Lord spawns, and Aurora gets a massive setup window because of that map pressure from earlier. And Alter Ego tries to contest it because this is already a do or die situation. So Hijume tries to bait while also scouting vision, while Alec tries to attack from another angle using conceal. But Edward is already waiting there, and the fight breaks out. As usual, Nino's job here is to stop Farsa from ulting, so he immediately locks onto Farsa. But then Aurora pulls out Alter Ego's own signature formation. They hit from the back, zone from the right, and engage from the front at the same time. They attack from every angle just like Alter Ego. Alter Ego just got completely wiped off the map, 2-0 for Aurora. This game is very one-sided, favoring Aurora's side. Alter Ego is still behind in score, and Aurora gets the second pick again. So Alter Ego's band here focus on diver gold laners, Harith, Cloud, and Valentina. Now if Valentina gets banned early, it usually means Alter Ego is planning to pick heroes with fight deciding ultimates or ultimates that are super annoying in teamfights like those guys. But they leave Zuzin and Grok open. So just like in game 2, there was a trade between Zuzin and Grok. This time, Alter Ego takes Grok, and Aurora immediately secures Zuzin plus Granger. Both teams are picking draft flexible heroes here. The roles are not flexible, but the team comp are still flexible. They can still pivot into objective control, pick off, or hard engage. The draft from both teams stays wide open, so Alter Ego responds with CC plus Grok combo. This combo is basically like CC plus Gatot. CC locks down 2 key heroes with ult so they can't escape, then Gatot ults to lock them down even harder. Grok replaces Gatot here. CC is also a safety pick in case Aurora picks a tank jungler again, since CC's damage depends on the enemy's max HP. But even if there's no tank jungler, it's fine because CC can still be put in gold lane to make Granger's lives miserable. They also add Yve to strengthen their mid. This is also a response pick. If Aurora tries to pick teamfight controlling heroes, Yve can instantly open her ult and scatter them. And Aurora picks Joe, a flex pick, but most likely go in Rom since Granger is already in gold. And if CC ends up in gold, the remaining XP laner that's still open are mostly lane bully XP laners, and Joe would struggle hard in the lane if he fought them. So in the second banning phase, the annoying XP lane heroes get banned, Yuzong and Uranus, because Aurora isn't running burst heroes here. Their comp is mostly poke plus DPS, and those 2 heroes are really hard to kill unless you burst them before their ult activates. Alter Ego bans Sora, an annoying broken hero, then Esme to keep Yves safe, and because Alter Ego is not a team that like to use cover hero. Honestly, I thought Aurora banned those 2 to set up a Leomord pick, so Alter Ego's crash in strategy wouldn't run at 100% because Alter Ego already secured 3 heroes that they actually use when they're using the strat. I mean, all the annoying heroes are banned too. Heroes that threatens Aurora's backline are already gone too, and Alter Ego already has good Leomord food in their draft. But instead, Aurora picks Fredrin, and then Alter Ego instantly grabs Leomord plus Lapu. That means they're running their signature crash strategy again. But Fredrin is actually a really good pick here because first, he can cancel Yve ult, and he's just naturally strong in objective zones. Picking Leomord here is actually kinda tricky. Sure, Leomord is tanky and slippery when he's riding the horse, but before the horse, into Yve plus Grok plus CC. If you get chained by CC, trapped by Grok's wall inside Yve's ult before you summon the horse, yeah, you're not moving. But this was probably already calculated by Aurora. I mean, they already won twice against Alter Ego using the objective control drafts, and other teams also beat Alter Ego using the front to back objective control draft, so they're fine giving Yasuke Leomord because Fredrin is still more annoying at objective areas compared to other junglers. And then they finish their draft with Arlott as fight response. If Leomord tries to summon the horse, Arlott can auto make him miss. If Yves shows up, Arlott can instantly out flicker combo, or just threaten her so she doesn't find the position to use her ult. So yeah, maybe that's why Aurora let Leomord through even though they had the chance to steal it. So for Game 3 Draft Identity, Alter Ego uses their signature hybrid split composition. Here it's split enemy formation plus engage, while Aurora uses objective control core plus pick off composition. You can see it, they're insanely strong around objective zones. They are also very good at kidnapping targets, both in teamfights and when the enemies are isolated. So early game, the gold lane is a guaranteed win for Alter Ego because they're using a fighter. Actually, Alter Ego did get an early positional advantage from the mid matchup alone, because they hurt more in the early game compared to Aurora. But it's a different story once the turtle spawns, because Aurora has Fredrin plus Dusin, and those two are insanely strong inside the objective area. Plus, Alter Ego's mid duo got baited while Yasuke was heading up for the turtle, so Aurora just forces the fight there, even though technically Aurora's draft is not fully online yet, because Alec already used his first skill earlier, meaning Alter Ego lost one of their tools to instantly disrupt teamfights, and Hijume's ult was also already burned, so Hijume just gets eaten alive by Aurora, and that instantly removed one of Alter Ego's key early game pieces. Because of that, Yasuke has no one left to help secure the turtle. That moment basically flips early game control to Aurora because they've got kills, they've got Alter Ego's jungler pressured, which means gold, XP, vision and tempo all swing towards Aurora. Alter Ego sees Demon Kite trying to steal their jungle, so Alex slows Demon Kite down to buy time for his teammates to rotate and gank him, because if Alter Ego catches Fredrin here, not only can they catch up in net worth, but Aurora will also struggle to chase tempo since they're running a tank jungler, not a damage jungler. So they go for the gank on Demon Kite. But this is exactly what I mean earlier about why Fredrin counters Yve, because Fredrin's taunt cancels Yve's ult, and once Yve ult gets cancelled, Alter Ego instantly loses their area control. Alec can't really do anything here either because he doesn't have his ult yet, so Hijume just gets eaten again because of that. So honestly, the key winning condition in this game is Yve. As long as Hijume's ult keeps getting cancelled or forced out for nothing, Aurora's heroes get to move freely just like in earlier fights. And you can see it again here, Aurora purposely tries to pull attention away from the turtle, so Demon Kite can secure every turtle here. So they kidnap Arfi when he's alone, Hijume comes, opens ult, but gets zero value so the ult got wasted. Then Light pressure Hijume to at least burn his flicker. Because Yve already has no ult, even though Alter Ego actually has strong teamfight heroes, Aurora still controls the fight because their heroes are free to move, free to engage, and free to reposition. It's very similar to game 2 Yuzong vs Parsa situation earlier, except now it's even easier for Aurora to make Yve's ult useless because Aurora has Fredrin with taunt cancel, Zusin with displacement and lift skill, Arlott and Cho with reposition pressure. All of them can cancel, disrupt or mess up Hijume. Meanwhile, Alter Ego has zero real cover heroes in this draft. So they're in a lose-lose situation. If they play tight and cover Yve, their draft, which want to move forward and flank from every angle, loses momentum. But if they don't cover Yve, they can't win the teamfight because once Yve is gone, most of their zone control and fight structure is gone too. So the game becomes really one-sided here, and Aurora gets a free lord. And honestly, I don't really get why Alter Ego choose to go all in on a hero that's really hard to kill when the Lord was already walking towards mid. Nino even commits after the pick of window was already gone, because realistically, the better play could have been make Edward busy by Nino alone to stop him from joining the main team fight at Alter Ego's base, while the rest recalls back and help Hijume defend the high ground. Because remember, Aurora has heroes that can either cancel or threaten the only skill Alter Ego has to defend their high ground. But instead, Alter Ego sends 3 people just to hold Edward, and it gets worse. Yasuke steps forward too instead of recalling, so Hijume gets kidnapped alone in mid, and Edward becomes the one who's buying time for Aurora, making sure Nino can't rotate back to defend, so Aurora breaks through and secures the point. 3-0 for Aurora. If you zoom out macro-wise, this moment kinda shows the whole story for the grand final. Aurora plays faster decision, plus cleaner movement, plus better objective discipline, while Alter Ego keeps trying to force fight value, even when the map state already says defend first and fight later. Alter Ego is still on the back foot, and they don't wanna deal with Fredrin anymore, because in previous games, whenever Fredrin showed up, their mid trio always struggled with movement and coordination. Grok is also banned here, so Alter Ego doesn't have to overthink Aurora copying their signature strategy again. Alter Ego also picks Zusin to deny Aurora, but they let Khalid through, the one they had been banning all this time. So Aurora responds by picking the heroes Alter Ego has been avoiding, and Leomord gets stolen immediately. And Khalid here is to strengthen the mid and annoy Zusin, plus acts as a Grok replacement since Grok and Khalid basically serve similar function. And Alter Ego immediately picks Sanshin and Kalia. I know a lot of Alter Ego fans are gonna disagree with Yasuke using him here, because they've lost more than winning with Sanshin, so why not Joy? Gwyn, or other heroes they use in MPL ID. Well, no one really knows why they pick Yi Sun-shin this time, but what's clear is that Yi Sun-shin is a safe early pick. You can use him in pick of combs, engage combs, and many more, right? So this is a safe pick. You can't really go wrong taking Yi Sun-shin early. But what confuses me and a lot of people about Alter Ego here is, usually teams pick Leomord to counter Yi Sun-shin, right? Like, if Leomord gets picked first, there'd be no Yi Sun-shin. But here, Alter Ego picks Yi Sun-shin to fight against Leomord. I mean, their mid trio is solid, really solid. Yi Sun-shin opens with his ult to get vision, Kalia brings the key hero with her ult, and Yi Sun-shin throws his boat while Zusin to make sure the enemy can't escape at all. The mid trio snowball potential is huge, but Yi Sun-shin is still a scaling hero. And they're also using Granger later, so all of Alter Ego's damage dealers need time and items to hit power spikes. Meanwhile, Aurora's heroes are already strong early on, plus they've got Zetian, a hero that counters pick-off strategies. I'll explain why Zetian counters every pick-off strats once we're in game. So in game 4, Aurora wants to do something like in game 2, using Alter Ego's crash-in strategy, but they swap heroes with similar functions. Cloud becomes Harith, Grok becomes Khalid. So in early game, it was obvious the mid lane was gonna get bullied by Khalid. You can see Aurora playing super aggressive because they know Alter Ego is running alt scaling heroes this time, unlike previous games where Alter Ego had heroes strong in the early game. So Light invades, harassing Yasuke all the time and delaying his farm. That means when Demon Cat already reaches level 4 and ready to gank, Yasuke will still behind thanks to the harassment from Light earlier. So Aurora gets an easy first turtle because Alter Ego's jungler can't contest at all.
Rotates to the gold lane. It's Nino caught in the midst of it all, still through the Phoenix, and Edward!
And early game is fully in Aurora's hands. So they keep pressuring Alter Ego because in this game, Aurora is super jungler centric. Look at our draft, only Harith is the late game hero, and the rest are heroes that makes the enemy's jungler's life miserable. So Aurora needs to keep the pressure up so Alter Ego doesn't get to farm or snowball. And Alter Ego also knows they're gonna be pressured non-stop in this game. So you can see them playing super passive, hiding and playing safe. Arfi is sticking in the grass, Yasuke doesn't appear in any lanes, and Alec not trying any random initiation. Then Hiyume sees Aurora setting up for the second turtle. But because Alter Ego can't fully fight yet, they try to do a turtle trade for Domenkite to stabilize the net worth because Aurora is all down there, so the top lane is wide open. So Alter Ego ganks top. But here's why I said Zetian really counters pick-off strategies. You can see Alec and Arfi sandwiching Domenkite. Kalia ult comes in, but then US ult hits everyone, stunning Alter Ego. And Alter Ego's pick-off attempt fails completely because everyone got stunned, and they end up losing more because their jungler dies again. In game 4, Alter Ego is in a tough spot because Leomord is completely free. The only one who could stop him is Alec. But on the other side, both Yasuke and Arfi keeps getting harassed. So Alec is stuck in a dilemma. Should he cover the jungler or the gold laner? Either choice is risky because Zetian is there. So when Alec tries to pick Aurora off to get gold or save someone, Yue can just ult and Alter Ego gets forced to scatter. And from the third turtle and onwards, Aurora's pressure stays the same as in the early game. Like, the moment they spot a gap, for example, Arfi being too far from Alec while Hiyume is off doing his own thing, to focus on the turtle, Aurora immediately moves in. Edward steps forward, Light flickers combo, Yue ults, and everyone got stunned and cleaned up. Alter Ego looks like they can't contest at all because their heroes don't have enough items yet thanks to Light's early game pressure. So back to Alter Ego, they're running all scaling, farming heavy heroes, so whether they like it or not, they gotta find a way to farm if they want a chance to win. So Light secures the bottom area to make Arfi hesitate about farming, and Aurora notices a gap. Arfi is too far from Alec. So Light fakes a pressure on Arfi, forcing Alec to focus on him, instead of the gang from Aurora. Aurora's main focus here is fully on Arfi. They want to make Arfi can't get his tech freely, but Alec still has his ults and saves him. So Demon Kite switches target to trade for Granger. But then Arfi comes back into the bush to help, and Edward smells this, so he engages with Flicker combo, gets to kill, and just like that, Aurora gets a free Lord because Alter Ego loses in number and power. In previous games at M7 before the grand final, every time Aurora got Lord, they usually run a 2-1-2 formation to fix lanes. And Alter Ego, whenever they're in a losing situation, they always group 5 to pick off someone who's overextending, whether that's in lanes far from the Lord or ambushing someone who's trying to push with the Lord. But here, Aurora plays the mind game. When Arfi Granger disappears, and everyone from Alter Ego is missing from the map, Aurora grouped up together on their side of the map so someone can't get kidnapped at all. So Alec's conceal ends up useless and Alter Ego gets nothing. This is messy for Alter Ego because now the only thing they could hope for is maybe a blunder from Aurora. But this is Aurora PH. When was the last time they blundered in M7? They even got an 8000 gold lead against a team that defeats every single giants in M7. So the only thing Alter Ego can do at this point is to try and hold the high ground with Granger and Zusin. So they set up carefully to defend the inner turret, making sure it doesn't fall too quickly. Like you can see, Arfi is being glued by Kalia and Favius, so if anyone from Aurora suddenly jumps in, Favius can just make them busy and Kalia can throw them away, buying time for Hijumi and Arfi to clear the minion waves and protect the turret. But all of that doesn't matter because Yue still exists. So as soon as Aurora notices Alter Ego climb top while trying to defend, Yue opens his ultimate, perfectly catching everyone inside the base, breaking Alter Ego's formation instantly.
Phoenix Arfi taken down by Demon Kite! Tsunami Slam desperate from Alec! Edward jumps back away with the Bravest Fighter, and now Hijime is shining the light on them! Yazuke taking a lot of damage as well, it goes down! Alec standing tall, gonna be taken very low, Domeng takes him down! Another mini wave coming in up top!